certified signing agent. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself today and then the role that the notary plays in the closing process. So I'm 36, I'm originally from Cranston, Rhode Island, hence this melodic voice. I graduated college in '03, moved out to San Diego with 3 guys, a couple trash bags of clothes, and a drinking chess set. And immediately I needed to find a job, so I started selling stuff out of a box. Literally, I was that person that went into the Staples, talked to the lady at the desk, went into a nail salon, tried to sell watches, coloring books, tool sets. The no soliciting signs, that was for me. But when I walked into one office one day, there were 3 Filipino men sitting behind a desk, and they were like, if you could sell this stuff, you should come work for us. And that was my foray into the real estate and notary world. I got my commission, and I did that for quite a few years, and then I went into licensing and sales. Still did my notary along the side, but 13 years later, I have finally cut the cord to corporate America, and I am here in front of you today. I started a blog, BrieOCD. It's on the tables as well as my notary card, and back into doing notary full-time. So first I'm going to go through my background. I'm going to go through the difference between a mobile notary or a notary in general and a signing agent. So a notary basically just does regular old documents, power of attorneys, transfer of title. They are there to verify that the client says who they are and that they know what they're signing. That's basically it. They're not allowed to give legal advice, and they usually have some low-level insurance. A signing agent, all of them are commissioned notaries, and they usually have high-level insurance, somewhere between $25,000 to $100,000. They have taken extra courses and certification to be a certified signing agent. They need to go through the NNA background check. They know the real estate process and loans, so they have the ability to walk your client through the process. They still can't give legal advice, but they should be impartial, but not uneducated. They should be able to guide that borrower through them. So, you hear about just the notary and the importance of the notary in the transaction. So everyone says, oh, just the notary, or even the notary themselves says, I can't tell you anything, I'm just the notary. Well, how many times has just the notary missed a signature, missed a stamp, didn't fill out the PCOR of a trust certification, which equaled the delay in closing, and now your rate lock has expired, and you have a lot of unhappy people and no money in your pocket. So that just the notary just costs you a lot of money and possibly future clients. So it's not just the notary. They are sometimes the last person that comes in contact with your borrower that you've just spent 30, 45, 60 plus days building a relationship with. Do you want just a notary to possibly jeopardize that relationship? No, they should be an extension and representation of your company. So, they should be able to have the ability to guide them through the documents. So, if it's so important, why do we leave it up to chance? Why, as the lender, as the escrow, as the realtor, do we leave it up to chance and say, oh, escrow usually chooses it for me? You all have the right to write it into your contract, to pick the notary. As I said, this is the last person that sometime comes into contact with your client, and you're leaving it to an escrow company that mostly nowadays use signing services. A signing service is full of inexperienced signing agents. That's the first step that they do when they become a signing agent, to get experience before they can go direct. So it's literally a generic mass text to a bunch of notaries in the area, and the first one to respond, that's who's going to your signing. That's who could be like, sign here, just quickly going through it and jeopardize that relationship. So if it's so important, you need to take back control. You have the control. Controlling the client experience is a happy customer equals more referrals, equals more money in all of your pockets. So what do I bring to the table? I'm all of those good things, of course. I'm impartial, I'm reliable, I'm communicative. I have $100K worth of insurance. I'm First American and Fidelity approved, and once you're in, among others, but once you're approved with them, you basically can get approved by anybody. Let's see, I have a get the job done mentality. I'll do what it takes to get the job done. And I was in licensing and sales in the real estate world for so long. I know the value of relationships and how long it takes to build. That's what this whole industry is built on, is relationships. So I will be the perfect extension and representation of your company. So my rates, I am still charging 2004 rates. I do 150 for the first, and if there's a second attached to it, usually 200. That's the base. It never usually goes higher than that unless I'm doing some kind of ridiculous traveling back and forth for whatever reason. So 150 and 200, San Diego County. And now I'll open it up to any questions. If you want to talk to me after this, come find me. My cards are all on the table, and that's about it. You choose. Control. Roger?
Less of a question, more of a testimonial. So, as a mortgage lender, as Brie said, it's super important to me that the notary, the last touch with the client, is somebody that is knowledgeable, experienced, and can guide the borrower through the documents. I've had too many bad experiences using the escrow's notary service. So at this point, 100% of my signings go to Brie, and at least San Diego County. And so I just want to vouch for her professionalism and also commitment. Thanks.
Thanks, Roger.
Yeah.
Thank you. Happy Thursday.